Alright, so here we have the surf green, white limba bodied guitar. Just finished this guy a couple weeks ago. One piece white limba, no glue joint there. It's also a one piece neck, so there's no fingerboard per se. This is a koa strip on the back that locks the truss rod in. This is my newish headstock design that I'm really happy with myself. The headstock is finished, so there's clear coat on the headstock, but I don't know if you can see that line. There's a line right here. The neck itself is just oiled. It's a oil and beeswax mixture, so you can feel the actual wood when you play. It's kind of my preference. It has copper nut. This is a copper alloy. That's there's 6 individual pieces, and they sink into the neck fairly deeply, about halfway, for stability. Hip shot locking tuners, which really, for me, work really well with this design because you don't need to wind them a bunch. You just lock the locking wheel and tune away. They point backwards, kind of like classical guitars or acoustic guitars. This one has black hardware, as you can see. The surf green is an exact color match of the old auto finish, which I believe is the same color used on the early Strats. So it's kind of, this guitar is sort of a Strat homage, I guess, in a sense, with the maple neck and the surf green finish. But I'm a humbucker guy, so there's 2 humbuckers, no single coils. It's just my preference. These are they're both Duncan's. This is the Hot Rod humbucker set, so this is SH4, which I think they call JB, and the SH2, which they sometimes call Jazz. I like them both. This is a great rock and roll set. Master tone knob, as always, so it controls the treble. It gets really dark if you want it to. Probably too much, to be honest, but you can not go full bore. So we're listening to the bridge pickup now through my Buddha 18-watt combo. And it does have, sonically, it has some Strat qualities. I think it's because of the maple neck. But it still kind of leans Les Paul-ish. It's kind of right between the two because the humbuckers. Oh, I forgot to show you this. There's circular copper inlays that match. There they are. If I get the light just right, you can see them. They match the nut. And they're on the 5, 7, 9, 12, like Gypsy Jazz style. The 12th inlay is a little bigger. And 17 has one too. So these are actually cut around the wood grain. You really can't see. There, you can see it in that one. So it doesn't, the wood grain continues through the middle of the circle. It took me a long time to figure out how to do that, but I think it's a cool look. The side dots match that as well. This was really hard to photograph in the pictures, but they're small copper inlays with hollow centers. So anyway, so bridge pickup. Real good rock and roll guitar. Neck pickup is kind of bright-ish for a neck pickup. off with a really powerful, a really big capacitor on the tone circuit, you can get really dark sounds. So if you like jazz tones or fusion, this would be a really cool fusion guitar, I think. Or somewhere in between, of course. What am I forgetting? Stainless steel frets, as always, because I like them. Oh, the inlay at the top matches too. This is copper as well. And then this little plug, I do this a lot, pretty much every time I build a guitar. This little plug is usually pulled from the body wood. So it's a way to kind of connect the neck with the body. It's kind of like the opposite of Henry Ford's idea that you can have interchangeable parts, and if this part breaks, you can just pull off one on the line and they're all the same. I don't really love that for handmade guitars, so it was just one way to connect this particular neck to this particular body in a sense that they belong together. It is a bolt-on. I have no problem with bolt-on necks. Some people say that they don't have as much sustain, or I don't think I buy that myself. I think there's a lot of pressure here. You have 5 stainless steel bolts, or actually these are not stainless steel, but it doesn't matter. There's 5 bolts pressing here and pulling the neck into this pocket, which is already tight to begin with, so it's very unlikely to move. And there's a lot of contact, which allows the vibration to flow in a circle. Is one of the things I've learned from making instruments, is the important flow of vibration on a guitar, to me, is as long as the neck has a good contact with the body, and then it allows the vibrational resonance to continue through when you play a note. Yeah. Premium components, CTS pots, Switchcraft switch, all the stuff I always use. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for checking them out.